new tractors to the farm, guys. Alright guys, so my name is Winston on Cowboy Ranch Life YouTube channel, and that is...
Justice!
There we go. So guys, today as you guys saw in the beginning, we got two new tractors to the farm. One's a 4520 and one's a 4620. They both came from an owner that owned them originally, so we're only the second owner to them, guys. They're kind of, they need TLC. They're not mechanically bad. They're mechanically sound, but they just need some TLC, a little bit of wax, a little bit of elbow grease, and we'll get them back to looking right, guys. One of them came with a set of duals. Unfortunately, the tires are bad on the duals, so I'm not sure what we're going to do there. But they've got extra fuel tanks on them. The back tires are pretty darn good. The front tires are pretty darn good. And that is good for me because I do not like tire work. So, without further ado, let's get started looking at them, guys. Also, if you were worried, yes, those will be covered. The exhaust probably will be covered. We did get an exhaust piece for one of them, and the other one we're going to probably make something. So, with that said, let's get to looking at them. Well, looks like she runs and drives good, guys. The steering's always tough on those, so you have to wait a second to get the fluid all ran through everything, so the steering and the clutch and everything works and functions as it should. Just part of an older tractor. there you go, guys. Both of them are off the trailer and ready for inspection. Alright guys, so let's start looking over the tractors. This is the 4520. This is the smaller one of the two. It does have some funky box down there. That's all going to be taken off. It's got a canopy which goes up there, and it's going to be taken off or kept off as well. We're going to clean up these tractors a little bit, guys, and then we're going to put them right into production. So this one's a pretty clean tractor, as you guys can see. It's pretty nice and clean. The tires are good on it. I can get between the two axles here. But the battery box is definitely going. The battery's probably going to go back on the other side where it belongs. Other than that, it's pretty nice, guys. The breather piece up there, the owner before us took it off. So we're going to put that back on. Also, there's an exhaust piece for it. It goes back on as well. It looks like it's going to need a seat sooner than later, unfortunately. But other than that, guys, it's looking pretty darn good. So there's the 4560, or 4520. Now let's look at the 4620. Alright guys, so this is the 4620. It's actually the bigger one of the two, although it's kind of hard to tell that. And it actually looks like the smaller one. It is the bigger one of the two, guys. It has a bigger engine in it. And what year would this one be, Justice?
This would be a 1969.
Okay, somewhere in there, 68 to 70, and then this one is a 1970 to 1972, roughly. We will probably run the serial numbers to figure it out exactly. It's got some interesting fuel bolt mounting contraption. That's probably going to all be changed. And this is where the battery originally goes on both tractors. The gentleman that owned them before us switched them over, so we're going to see about that. It's missing a few side shields, but we got some of them. The hood's probably going to get some attention. This one's got hubs. This one's, and those are hubs. That's the one that's actually got the duals that came with it. So it's looking pretty nice, guys. Kind of exciting because these are one owner machines, as I already mentioned, and so it's kind of nice to follow a guy that owned them one time and kind of took care of them. So, and that battery box also leaves. I'm not quite sure the whole design mechanism on that, but that leaves too, and the battery goes back to where it was. Then we get all those red conjumbled cords out of the way. So, as you guys can see, that's what they look like. They're a little rough, but with a little bit of TLC, they'll look pretty darn good. And that one's also got an almost brand new seat on it too. So, also, guys, wanted to mention, thank you, Heath, for tying down the side panels we needed, grabbing the extra parts and the service manual, and for making sure everything got to our destination safely and all intact. So I wanted to thank Heath. He is the trucker that brought everything in. He runs his own trucking company, and he does excellent service, guys. So thank you very much, Heath, for that. Just wanted to put that tag in there.
Alright, guys, so hopefully you just watched the video. You saw, if you have any questions about these tractors or anything else on the channel, please comment down below, and if you would, smash that like as hard as your mouse or finger or whatever device you're using can do it. Also hit the notification bell and subscribe if you'd like. Follow us on Instagram, and if you want to see more videos of these in use and what we are going to do, if we are going to do much of anything, which we probably will some, as Winston mentioned earlier. So if you want to, stay tuned, and we'll catch you on the next one.